morning class 10. Welcome to the third e-learning session of SST, and in this session we are going to discuss about the land degradation and conservation measures. In the previous session we have already discussed about the land use pattern, and today we are going to discuss this. So let us understand first what is land degradation. Okay, a land degradation is a process in which it is a situation in which the land get eroded. Okay, the fertility of the land get exhausted, or the land is been under excavation or mining and so on. It is not in a natural form, it is getting degraded. Okay, so at present there are about 130 million hectares of degraded land in India. Okay, approximately 28% of the degraded land belongs to the category of forest degraded area. Out of 130 million hectares of degraded land, about 28% of degraded land singly belongs to what? That is the forest degraded area. Because of the deforestation, or sometimes the forest get caught fire, and because of which certain place of land get destroyed. Okay, and sometimes due to slash and burn cultivation, the forests are cleared, and in that case the crops are grown. So because of this reason also the forest has been degraded. The forests are not holding the soil properly. In some of the cases the forests are not well developed, and the trees are not be able to hold the ground properly. They are getting sick day by day. And in some of the places the deforestation is taking place continuously. There is the cutting down of trees. Because of the slash and burn cultivation, the forests are cleared for the cropping or the agriculture. Okay, so this is one of the reason behind the forest degraded area. The forest fire also is one of the reason for the formation of forest degraded area. Now let us understand about next, that is your saline and alkaline. About 56% of degraded land is water eroded area, and the rest are affected by saline and alkaline deposit. Okay. Now we know that about 95% of our basic needs, that is food, clothes and shelter, comes from the land. That means we depend on land for these reasons, that is for our basic need. And what is the percentage? We depend upon the land about 95% for our basic need. So obviously the human activity has played an important role, a very vital role in land degradation. That is, it is not a positive point, it is a negative point. Okay, so let us see about what are the activities that we do. Some human activities such as deforestation, overgrazing, mining and quarrying to contributes to the significance of the land degradation. That means this is some of the point, but beside these also we have done lots of things that has led to land degradation. There are certain states in India which are very rich in minerals, and you know, wherever their mineral storage is there, that means wherever the mineral resources are found, the process of excavation, mining, these things are popular. Okay, so that means this will take place in those regions. Now let us understand here, in the states like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, deforestation is done due to mining. That means when the mining process takes place, deforestation is done, have caused severe land degradation. In these areas the land degradation is more because of the process called mining. Okay, for mining they have to do deforestation, so obviously the land degradation will be more. Now the next one is, in the state like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, overgrazing is one of the main reasons for land degradation. In these states the cattle are left in the field for grazing, and because of the overgrazing the land becomes degraded. That means if the grass is not there, obviously during the time of rainfall the topsoil will be eroded. This also causes land degradation. Now let us see the next one. In the state of Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh, over irrigation is responsible for the land degradation due to water logging, leading to the increase in salinity and alkalinity in the soil. So in these places, that means in these states, the over irrigation is responsible for land degradation. The people here irrigate their land with ample of water. That means enough water is put into the soil that causes waterlogging in the soil and leads to increase in salinity and alkalinity in the soil. This causes the land degradation in the state of Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh. Now let us see the next point, that is the mineral processing. Okay, the mineral processing like grinding of limestone for cement industries and calcite and soapstones for cement industries generates huge quantity of dust in the atmosphere. Okay, while processing this limestone for the cement industries and calcite and soapstones for acrylic industries, they will produce a huge amount of dust, huge quantity of dust in the atmosphere, and in the later time it retards the process of infiltration of water into the soil after it settles down on land. That means water cannot get filtered properly into the soil. Okay, this is another cause for land degradation. As we know, in recent years the industrials are developing day by day. There are many factories that have been set up. So the influence coming out from these factories and industries has become the major concern for the land degradation. The influence which is coming from the industries has caused the land degradation as well as the water pollution. Okay, so it is the major concern for today. Now there are many conservative measures to solve the problem of land degradation. Now here I have mentioned some of the points that will help us in solving the problem of land degradation. Besides these also there are many other things that we can do to solve the problem of land degradation. So let us see one by one. The first one is your afforestation and proper management of overgrazing. If we do these two also, it will help us in solving the problem of land degradation for certain extent. Okay. The next point is planting of center belts of plant. Okay. The third point is control on overgrazing. The fourth point is stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes. The fifth point is proper management of waste land. The sixth point is control of mining activities. The seventh point is proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents and waste after treating can reduce land and water degradation in industrial as well as in suburban areas. Okay. Now as I said earlier that the effluents as a waste coming from the industries has become the major concern for land degradation. We should take a good check on this. Now you know that the proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents is very important for today. Okay, because more and more factories and industries has been set up, this has created a huge problem in water pollution as well as land degradation. Most of the industries are set up at the source of water. That means the industrial belt is located along the river banks, and the industries processes different kinds of chemicals in their factories and other things also, and those has been thrown out from the industries as a waste. It may be a liquid as a chemical waste and a solid waste as well, which is thrown out in the different part of the land. Okay, these wastes are the causes of land degradation as well as the water degradation or water pollution. Now this is all about the land degradation and land conservation measures. I hope you have got certain ideas about these. Okay, now let us proceed to the next topic, that is our soil as a resource. The soil is an important natural resource and it supports different kinds of life on it. Like the insects live inside the soil, there are some earthworms that stay inside the soil, okay, and there are other types of organisms also which live in the soil. That is about animal life. Now let us talk about the plant. Now you know that all the plant life, that is the plant totally depends upon the soil for their survival. That means the life of a plant depends upon the soil. Now let us understand the soil profile. and I have drawn on the border to make you understand about it. The upper layer or the top layer of the soil is called the top soil. Okay, then the next one is your subsoil. In this soil, you'll find weathered rock, sand, and silt and clay. Now, the third one is your substratum. In this profile, you'll find that the weathered parent rock. This is the parent rock. This is the unweathered parent rock, and this is the last part of the profile. Okay, this is the unweathered parent rock, and when it gets weathered, it forms a substratum, and that is called a weathered parent rock. Okay students, so I would like to end the session for today, and we are going to continue the session in the next class. Okay, we will be discussing about the soil as a resource in the next class in detail. Okay, for now I want you to revise the concept once again from the beginning, and we'll continue in the next session. Okay, thank you.